Yeah, good evening to all. So let me,
Yes, sir.
right. So as we, uh, yeah, there is a Pranav, there is a new member today, Ritish, ready. Uh, so now you guys are three members, right?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes.
so now today we're going to work on the units and measurements. This is
Yes,
a
sir.
kind of, I don't know whether you have already completed this topic, but this helps a lot to, for other chapters. We have to understand the basic concepts of what are the units
Yes,
and
sir.
measurements. Okay. As you can see
Yes, sir.
here, as you can see here, whenever you go
Yes, sir.
outside, you can see lot of measurements, right? When you go shop, you go and ask like 1 kg sugar. You don't ask like, give me one, right? You definitely ask some units you have to specify. Otherwise, they don't give, right? So when you go like, vegetable market, you have to tell 2 kgs, three
Yes, sir.
kgs. Otherwise, they don't give two. Give me two means it doesn't make sense. When I
Yes, sir.
ask you to measure the distance from A to B, if you give me 3 or 30, it doesn't make sense. You should tell 30 kilometer or 30
Yes, sir.
meter, 30 centimeters. So units and measurements, they are very important,
Yes, sir.
importance in day-to-day life. Okay. So it is very important to study the actually what are the units and dimensions. And
Yes, sir.
not only this, like, if I ask you to draw a diagram and I ask you to measure, if I don't provide a proper
Yes, sir.
units, you don't measure it. If I give you 2, 2, 2, what do? It doesn't make
Yes, sir.
sense. I have to specify to draw the triangle with a dimension 2 centimeters or 2
Yes, sir.
meters. So it's very important to understand units and measurements. Okay. And also conversion also you have to understand what is a conversion, like how do we convert kilometers to meter. I mean MKS, CGS, SI units. What are these variety, like, various types of units? If you go abroad, they use different. If you are in India, they use different. What are the international units? So all we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay.
Yes, sir.
As you can see here, no, let me. So as you can see here, I mention here. Okay. Measurement of physical quantities. So there are basic standard units are there. So you can see, as I mentioned, there are the fundamental physical quantities. Why we are calling fundamental, like, physical quantities? So first three, if you can see, length, mass, time. If you know these three physical quantities, you can able
Yes,
to
sir.
build any physical quantities. Like, these are the
Yes, sir.
basic physical quantities. So length can be
Yes, sir.
measured, units are meter. This is the, I mean, you can measure centimeter, kilometer, that's it. But in general, length meter, mass kilogram, time second. So we call these three parameter, this physical parameter, fundamental physical parameter. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, Not only in addition to this, there are few more fundamental physical quantities, such like first one is electrical current. So it doesn't depend on the any other physical quantities. If I as you guys know, electrical current is basically flow of electrons, right? So electrical current can be indicated by I simply. Its units are amperes. Like similarly, thermodynamic temperature. So temperature also,
Yes, sir.
it is a basic unit. It doesn't depend on anything. So here when I mention these fundamental physical quantities, they do not depend on anything. They are the basic units. You can use these fundamental physical quantities to build other physical quantities such as force, work done, like impulse, specific heat, etc. Okay. And one more is amount of substance also. We can indicate mole. Like in chemistry, we use this mole concept. And luminous intensity, we use this candela. This is the unit of the light intensity basically. Okay. So main, we are going to use these first three ones: length, mass, and time. And the second, like, in advanced level, we go for the electric current, temperature, amount of substance, intensity. Okay. So now I have to introduce another physical quantity called derived physical quantities. When I say derived, means they came from somebody. They derived from the fundamental physical quantities. So they build with the help of fundamental physical quantities. Suppose, let me give the examples. Uh,
Yes, sir. Yes.
yes. So yeah, as I mentioned just now,
Sir, one show the previous slide, sir. 1 minute, I'll take screenshots.
sure, sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I mentioned, derived, I mean, they obtained from with the help of fundamental units. So here I'm saying that units, I mean, there are two different things. When I say fundamental physical quantities, you have to think about only mass, length, time.
Yes,
When
sir.
I say fundamental units are units of the fundamental physical quantities,
Yes, sir.
right? But when I say derived physical quantities like velocity, force, acceleration, impulse, etc., they are the fundamental derived physical quantities. But when I say derived units, the units of the derived physical quantities. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So derived physical quantities, units. The units of the derived physical quantities are called derived units. So now, I don't know whether you are familiar of all these physical quantities, but I think few of them you definitely would have already completed these things, right? Okay, let me wait, guys. So, uh, let me show. This is kind of problem. Wait, guys. Right. Uh, So you can see here some of the derived physical quantities. I did not mention here fundamental physical quantities, which are actually mass, length, time. Okay. For any physical quantity, we always represent
Yes, sir.
dimensional formula with the help of fundamental physical quantities, which are mass, length, and time. So here there are list of derived physical quantities, which are actually velocity, acceleration, momentum, force, work done, pressure, power, impulse, stress. So now we'll discuss one by one. So what is the velocity? So velocity we already discussed last class. It is a rate of change of displacement, right? So
Yes, sir.
velocity is rate of change of displacement. What it indicates actually? This indicates the rate of change of displacement with respect to time is as you change the time, how displacement is changing with respect to time, right? That gives the velocity. Like if I draw like, graph between the displacement versus time, and the slope can gives the velocity. So velocity is delta S by delta T, right? Change in displacement to the change in time. So but how do you write dimensional formula? So let me move to the another slide. This next slide is okay. Okay. Right. So velocity, you know that it's as I mentioned just now, it's basically displacement by time, right? So
Yes, sir.
like what are the units of displacement? What are the units of
Meters.
displacement?
Yes.
What are the units of displacement, please?
Meters.
Yes. What are the units of the time? Seconds, right?
Seconds.
So we indicate basically meters we write M. No, meters we indicate, sorry. Meters we indicate with L, right? MLT are the fundamental units. We have to express this. I mean, we have to express the dimensional formula in terms of MLT. Here M indicates what? Mass. L indicates what? Length. T indicates second, time. So we got here displacement is length, right? It's kind of,
Yes, sir.
it is a length. So I should mention L, right? Time is T. So we don't have a mass here, right? M represent what? Mass. So in this definition of velocity, we don't have mass. We have only length and time. So L by T, right? Okay. So now see L by T. So if I bring T to the numerator, okay, what happened? M0 LT minus 1. So why I'm keeping M0? Tell me.
Because we should represent it in the form of MLT.
That right. We have to represent the dimensional formula should be MLT. So M0 indicates 1. It doesn't matter. M0 is 1,
Sir,
right. So, but
sir, 1 minute, sir. I will rejoin, sir. My internet is lagging, sir. 1 minute, sir.
okay, okay, okay.
I'll join in 1 minute, sir.
Sure, sure. Vicky, kids, the time is running. Hand touch. Not that. I don't know why. I think fan makes. Yeah. But this, I think this helps to move the slide. I don't know why. I think I saw. There is some option should put another.
Just if you click on it, one will change slide.
Which one?
Just tap that.
No.
Don't keep annotation. Remember that.
Then that I know that.
Then
I don't want that.
new options like the last I else can annotate. Can you erase your things? You can't erase your things.
So Pranav, yeah, is there now? Joined it. Pranav, do you have any
Yes,
doubt
sir.
about this? You don't have any. Did you understand this? LT minus 1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understood.
We just kept, M0 to get the format of MLT. Actually, even if you say LT minus 1 also correct. But in some exams, competitive exam,
Yes, sir.
they also keep M0. It doesn't matter. Even M0 is the M0 value is simply 1 only. Okay. So either
Yes, sir.
M0 LT minus 1 or LT minus 1. Both are correct. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So moving to another physical quantity.
Yes.
Right. So acceleration. What is acceleration? Anybody knows?
The rate of change of velocity.
Okay. Right. Rate of change of velocity.
Velocity.
Right. Can you explain what is actually physically? How do you, where you can see acceleration in day-to-day life? Suppose
Moving car.
You are driving the car.
Yes, sir.
So where you can see this acceleration, deceleration, acceleration, both cases.
We see acceleration when the
Okay.
car starts and moves from distance from
Yes.
rest motion.
Yes.
We see deceleration when the moving car stops at a point.
Yes. That's correct. How about deceleration? Oh, yes.
When the
When
moving
it's
car
trying to
stops at a
stop, right? So acceleration, deceleration, the two situations, right? The first condition is the driver suddenly starts the car, and there is a you can clearly see that there is a big change in the velocity, like delta v should be there, change in velocity, like final velocity, suppose v2 minus v1 by t2 minus t1, right? So if you can see this change, then there is a if you can see the positive change, you have the acceleration. If you have a negative change, you have the deceleration. So you can see positive change only in the case of the change should be increasing. The change should be increased. In other case, it should be decrease. Okay, negative. Negative indicate deceleration. Okay. So based on this, we have to get the dimensional formula. Tell me anyone, what is the dimensional formula of acceleration?
Delta V by delta T.
Dimensional formula, Ritish. Dimensional formula, it should be M L T. The format should be MLT. I'm not telling the powers. You should tell the powers.
M per minus 0.
M power. It doesn't make sense. Zero.
M per 0.
Okay. L.
L and T per minus 2.
Correct. So M power 0, L T power minus 2. How it should be serving? Pranav, do you want to tell?
Velocity is equal to mass by second, and time is second.
Yeah, velocity must be displacement by time. So L by T, right? Then,
And time is T.
yes, again T. So as you can see that acceleration is, according to the acceleration definition, velocity by time. So we already know that velocity dimensional formula, which is LT minus 1, right? By T. So now the dimensional formula becomes L T power minus 2. So M0 you can keep, or it's up to you, but if you want to write M0 L T power minus 2. Pranav, did you get it? Are you there? Pranav,
Sir,
did you get this dimensional formula for acceleration? Any doubt?
yes, sir. I got, sir. 1 minute, sir. I'm writing, sir. 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it's simple, definitely. If you understand what is acceleration, I mean, you can able to write the dimensional formula.
Yes, sir.
And one more thing I have to tell here itself, velocity is equal to s by t. But
Yes, sir.
unit, what are the units of velocity from this formula? What are the units?
Meter per second.
Yes,
Meter per second.
meter per second. How about acceleration? What are the units of acceleration?
Meter per second square.
That's correct. So why? Because acceleration is velocity by time. So you
Yes, sir.
already know that velocity meter per second, right? Then by second. So meter per second square. Is it clear for all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So why it's meter per second square? Because velocity is meter per second. So you can clearly see this is meter per second, again second. So meter per second square. So with this actually you can able to tell any unknown physical parameter units and dimension formula. Very easy. If you know units, you can able to find out the dimension formula. Even if you know the dimension formula, you can able to find the units. Very easy. Can I erase it? Okay. We go for, so moving into the, so as I mentioned, I mean, as we did already, so acceleration is velocity by time, v by t. You can also clearly see here, velocity is Lt minus 1 by t. Then finally, Lt minus 2, m0 Lt minus 2. So then, now we have to do for the momentum and force. So first we need to understand concept. What is the momentum? Where you can see momentum, and you should tell me that.
Yes, sir.
You should try it, doesn't matter. So momentum is what? So basically we indicate momentum by P. So it's a product of what?
Mass and velocity.
Mass and velocity.
Mass and velocity.
Yes, sir.
Mass and velocity. So where you can see this momentum in day-to-day life, can you able to see? Can you give me one example where I can see this? Momentum. When if some, like, you know, you can, like, when in the case of, like, you know, suppose all the students are you know, standing in a line. If I push one person, what he does, other person, he again push the, you know, the front person, right? There is something is transferring from one body to other body. So that physical quantity is momentum. Momentum is a kind of, like, you know, exchanging some kind of, like, you know, velocity. Like you do the marbles. I think when you are a kid, I think everybody can play with the marbles, right? So what do? You hit the marble with another marble, then the velocity transfer from one marble to the another marble, right? Or in case of, even when you bump the car with another car, definitely there is a momentum change, momentum transfer from the car to the lorry, etc. In that case, the one of the body damage a lot because of the transfer of momentum. It is simply transfer of momentum is here. Suppose if the body, let me give the car and lorry example. Which has more momentum? Tell me. let's say in the both cases, you tell me
Lorry.
lorry. Why? Mass is more.
Because the mass of lorry is more than the car.
Yes. If I consider, well, they are moving with the same speed, so mass of lorry is definitely greater than the mass of car. So momentum is more for the lorry. So that is the reason when lorry hit the car, so that the more damage you can see only car, right?
I'm good. The car that's around.
So more damage you can see car, not lorry. When you suppose if the car and bike accident, in case of car and bike accident, you can see more damage for the bike. I mean, it depends what velocity you are, hitting the car, bike, all the parameters are there. So, but in general, so momentum is, you got right. What is the momentum means? You understand now. Did you get it? We don't want to by heart the momentum definition. You should understand, and day to day life also you have to apply that momentum. So momentum is just it's a product of mass and